welcome to IBS. The Bank of Baroda LBO 2026 notification is out, this time with a total of 2,482 vacancies. So let's look at all the important details covered in this notification. The starting date of the online registration is from 18th August and the last date of submission of application and of fee payment is 7th September. Let's look at the details of the position and eligibility criteria as on 1st August. So the position is for local bank officer, that is scale 1 officer. As mentioned earlier, the total number of vacancies is 2,482. In terms of age, the minimum age should be 21 and maximum should be 30 as on 1st August. For educational qualification, you require a graduation in any discipline from recognized university or institution. There are preferable certifications which would fetch you some extra points. That is IC 38 certification from Insurance Institute of India, NISM Series 5A Mutual Fund Distributor Certificate Examination, NISM Series 21A Portfolio Management Services Distributor Certification Examination, and NISM Series 13 Common Derivative Certificate Examination. Now, in terms of post-qualification experience, you require a minimum of 1 year experience as an officer in any scheduled commercial bank as listed in the second schedule of Reserve Bank of India. One point to note is that 1 year of experience in officer post, so it is not applicable if you are in the clerical post. In terms of language proficiency, you must be proficient in the language of the state that you are selecting, which we would look at further. Now, there are some exclusions to this criteria. Employees of Bank of Baroda who have resigned from an officer grade position or exited from the bank while serving on contract basis within the last 3 years are exempted, and employees working in Bank of Baroda currently in officer cadre or employed on contract basis will not be eligible to apply. So as mentioned earlier, you do need a minimum of 1 year post-graduation experience as an officer. So experience in clerical cadre would not be considered for determining eligibility. So this is the state-wise vacancy of the post. As you can see, the total number of vacancies is 2,482. The highest number of vacancies is in Gujarat with a total of 1,185 vacancies. In Kerala, the total number of vacancies is 49, where the new vacancies are 40 and backlog vacancies are 9. Now, in terms of age relaxation, for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, the age relaxation is 5 years. For other backward classes, the age relaxation is 3 years. For persons with benchmark disabilities, the age relaxation is as follows. So as I mentioned earlier, you require a minimum of 1 year post-qualification experience as an officer in any scheduled commercial bank. So candidates shall have to submit their experience certificate. So in terms of application fees, it is 850 rupees for general, EWS and OBC candidates and 175 rupees for SC, ST, PWD, ESM, DESM and women. Now, in terms of location of posting, the selected candidates will be posted within the state for which they have applied for the first 12 years of their service or up to their promotion to scale 4, whichever is earlier. Now, in terms of basic pay, it would be 48,480, but it won't remain that, as when you join the bank, you would get an advance increment of 2,000. So your basic pay would be 50,480. Now, in terms of probation period, there is probation for a period of 1 year and you have to execute an indemnity bond of 2 lakh rupees where you have to serve the bank for a minimum of 3 years. Now let's discuss about the selection procedure. It comprises of an online written exam, psychometric test, any other test deemed suitable by the bank, followed by personal interview. Now let's look at the structure of the online examination. There are going to be a total of 4 sections. First is English language, where there are going to be 30 questions for 30 marks with a time duration of 30 minutes. Then banking knowledge, 30 questions for 30 marks with a time duration of 30 minutes. General or economic awareness, same as above, 30 questions, 30 marks, 30 minutes. Then reasoning ability and quantitative aptitude, total of 30 questions for 30 marks, 30 minutes. So there are going to be a total of 120 questions for 120 marks with a time duration of 2 hours. Now, the above sections except English language, banking knowledge, general or economic awareness, reasoning ability and quantitative aptitude will be available bilingually. That is, in English and in Hindi you can attempt. Then, the English language section is qualifying in nature. That is, marks secured for the English section will not be considered for the final merit list. Now, candidates, an important point to note is that, as I had mentioned earlier, you must be proficient in the local language of the state that you are applying for. Now, if you have studied the local language in 10th or 12th standard, you are exempt from attending the local language proficiency test. However, if you have not studied the local language, you have to undergo this test. Now, once you've cleared the online examination and psychometric test, you have to attend the group discussion or personal interview, where you have to gain a minimum qualifying marks of 60% for general category and 55% for reserved category. So for more details and any queries, you can contact us on the numbers given.